audio cut. You know, I didn't really know what the music for the reactor is, so I just kind of went there. How's it going? My name is Garrett, aka Slimefest, and welcome back to VLR. This game, Zero Escape. This is such a long game. I'm surprised it's still going. But anyways, last time, I went through the reactor, and I started going through the blue door route, but when I betray Alice. And instead, really all that happened from that route is that I just went through, like, this really weird, like, confusing piece where apparently what I do in the future affects what they do in the past or something like that. I don't know, it's weird, man. It involves, like, since I chose Betray, then Alice randomly chooses Ally 5 minutes before me. I have no idea how that relates to this game, or, like, how that even works, but it's weird. But really, I think the last time, the most important thing that happened was what happened in, like, the first 5 minutes. AKA this dude right here. K. We got a face reveal. As in, we try to go back to the ending that I got in, like, episode 4, I think? And we failed horrendously. All three of us got injected with tubocurin. And then as Sigma is dying after not going through the fucking door, he grills K on figuring out something. And it turns out that K was actually the dude who murdered Dio, of all people. Like, wow, what a plot twist. And after he gave us the, like, one of the information, or one of the passwords needed to get through the two-headed lion door, he, like, Sigma was like, yo, tell me who you are, like, you're so confusing. So he ripped off his face, and he saw that K was actually him. And I'm not making this up. Like, K is literally a clone of me, and I have no clue how that works. I think that's the only thing that I have not been able to relate to anything yet. But anyways. Yes. Infirmary. Oh, yeah, the Ambidex game polling closes really soon, doesn't it? What even happened in the infirmary? Oh, right! Right! Now I remember! Right, Quark and Alice passed out because of the Radical Six, but we have nothing to cure them with! Right!
All players,
I remember
enter
now!
your votes.
That's messed up!
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting
Now
parties
remembering, I was
will
giggling at this last
automatically
time.
ally.
Because it's just ridiculous, because this is just the ending where everyone gets Radical 6, but we have no way to cure it.
Guys, I think
got
we should
it.
get back to the warehouse.
Yeah, let's go. What about Alice and Cork?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave him behind.
Yeah.
No!
Okay,
I'm not leaving!
fine, kill yourself, I don't know. Clover.
I'm staying here!
Okay, what's your pairing again?
Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone!
Oh my god, she said heck.
She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil.
Oh, cool.
She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care!
Yo, she got knocked the fuck out.
I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
I mean, if you want to stay here, that's fine. I think I'm paired up with you anyways.
Whatever. She can do what she wants.
Huh?
I see. Dio and Tenmyoji's opponent in the next AB game is Clover.
Oh, god.
If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. Which I don't think I need to mention would be pretty favorable for Dio. If she stays, he's got an easy round.
Whoa, what are you saying? You think I'm gonna choose betray?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Am I wrong?
Yes. Of course I'm gonna pick ally. For one, Tenmyoji's gonna be in there with me. I can't just ignore his opinion and make my own choice, right?
Tenmyoji's gonna be like...
Going. I can't leave Quark here when he's like this.
Wow, really?
I'll be staying, just like Clover.
Hey, come on now, what is this?
Knock it off, Dio. He's too smart to let you make a scapegoat out of him.
What the hell? Why are you so suspicious of me?
Because the past experience.
Yes?
Yeah, what's it?
What if Dio stays behind too?
Oh!
If Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio all don't vote, then everyone allies.
That's
right?
a bad idea.
Oh, you don't know?
Know what?
This.
The rules.
You didn't find a note like this one?
The rule saying that somebody has to vote.
Wait, what's this?
We found it in the archives.
And they're gonna read it out loud, aren't they?
There sure as hell wasn't anything like that in the garden.
We didn't find one in the control room either.
Oh yeah, I'm with Fi and Luna. Now I remember. Got it.
Interesting.
Okay, cool.
Apparently only the archive had one.
What does it say?
Why don't you read it for us, Sigma?
Again. Fine. Not voting is not an option. Everyone has
You
to
see?
vote.
At least one member of each trio must vote.
In order to
Otherwise-
ensure that there's a possibility of betrayal.
That means Kay has to vote.
What?
Quark and Alice certainly aren't in any condition to.
Oh god! Oh, Wait,
He doesn't.
He's in their team?
All three of them are screwed.
Oh god!
Wait a second. Kay's got 6 BP right now.
Oh.
His opponent is gonna have to default to ally.
Oh.
That means if Kay chooses betray, he's gonna have 9 points.
You needn't worry. I have every intention of choosing ally.
Yeah, because knowing you, it's not logically reasonable to escape, isn't it?
Oh, give me a break. You expect us to just swallow your bullshit?
Oh dear. Dio, please, think for a moment. You do realize that Alice currently only has 1 BP, don't you?
Oh, he'll kill her.
If I were to betray her, what would happen?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
Do you have to, like, do you have to, like, talk about this every single time somebody brings it up? I know what happens. I've been around the block a few times. I mean, let's be real here.
I am not so desperate to escape that I would be willing to kill. Therefore, I will definitely choose ally.
Yeah.
Indeed, I really have no choice. Unless, of course, I wish to become a murderer.
Wow. That was a...
5
Okay,
minutes
whatever.
remain until Ambidextr's
I feel like I've
game
gotten a really
colon
unsteady start so
closes.
far, but that's just because I've been playing a lot of House of Ashes. I actually just recorded the finale, which I think should be going up in like a few days.
We don't have time to argue about this.
So I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played this game in like a week and
There's
a
only
half.
one solution.
And now I've just been doing a ton of House of Ashes.
Clover, you're going to have to go vote for us.
But it's fun.
Huh?
Yup.
What does that mean?
What, did I use big words? It means this.
I never seen someone move that fast before, let alone someone as old as Temioji. In the blink of an eye, he covered the few feet between himself and Dio and slammed a closed fist into the other man's chest. Why? He's knocking him the fuck out? Dio fell to his knees, wheezing for air. Temioji waited a half second to make sure he was down, then turned to look at Clover.
He's not gonna stay down forever.
What the fuck, Dio? Or 10?
Get out of here, Clover.
Temioji, what are you doing?
But...
You and Kay are in the same position now. I've only got 1 BP, just like Alice.
Interesting.
Oh.
So long as Tenmyoji doesn't vote, Clover's only choice is to choose ally.
Oh, shit.
Admittedly, there is a chance she might kill me.
Are you saying you trust me with your life?
Yes?
It's about the size of it.
For some reason? Why are you so obsessed with her?
What the hell are you standing around for? Get! You don't need to worry about Alice. I'll keep a good eye on her, I promise. Now get moving! You still don't trust me?
No. That's not it at all. I trust you, I just...
3 minutes
Hey, yo, can we
remain
go?
until Ambidextr's
Yo, we don't have
game
time
colon
for this.
closes.
Oh, I just realized I just set the game audio way too loud, didn't I? Okay, good thing I caught that. Yeah, I just realized that was super loud. Shit,
We need to go.
Come on.
whoopsie. Yeah, that should be better. I memorized the numbers. 20.5 decibels for desktop and then 17.8 decibels for mic audio.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had it set to 14, so clearly it's kind of loud.
Take care of Alice.
She'll be fine.
That seemed to finally satisfy her, and we were off. We ran as fast as we could, leaping through doors and tearing through rooms on our way back to the warehouse. Yo, we gotta go. We have like a minute and a half to just press a button. Also, who's our opponent? Is it me and Luna versus Fi? Everyone ready?
Yeah.
You've all got a moon card, right?
Yes, we do.
Alright, good. Then let's go. So I'm either fighting Fi or I'm fighting Luna. 4AB gates yawned open as we swiped our cards. The fifth one, the one Dio had opened, stayed empty. The Sixth, which would have been Alice's, remained unopened. Kay and Clover quickly entered the second and third from the right, and Luna and I headed toward our own. Oh, so I'm fighting
Hold on
Phi.
a minute.
Hey, what? What is it?
You're going to choose Ally, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Of course we are.
You promise?
Yes. Sure. I promise.
Cross your heart?
Cross my heart.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt if you double-cross me.
Okay. Don't sweat it. I'm a man of my word. I feel like she might double cross me, but whatever. Phi frowned but said nothing, and then disappeared into her own AB room, second from the left. Luna and I nodded to one another and headed for the last one, the leftmost room. Well, hey now. Welcome to this thing. I could betray her and get out, but I don't want to do that.
1 minute.
Can we
remains
go?
until Ambidex game polling closes?
Sigma, fuck!
What are you going to do?
Well, I don't have a choice, do I? I promised. I said I'd choose Ally.
Yes, but Phi has 6 BP. If she betrays us...
Yeah, she'll have 9 points. I know.
Right.
What do you think we should do, Luna?
It's your decision, Sigma.
Oh, come on. I was hoping for advice.
I'll be in the same position either way.
What?
You have 6 BP too, don't you? That means if we betray Phi, and she chooses Ally...
Then I would have 9 points.
Yes. You see? In either case, I could end up with someone in my group reaching their goal.
20 seconds remain until Ambidex
Oh,
game
shit.
polling
Okay.
closes.
So, I could take a
That's it.
risk.
We don't have any time left. You have to make a choice.
Are you sure this is okay with you?
Yes.
Alright. I turn to face the machine.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okay, what am I going to choose?
9, 8, 7.
Damn, I didn't realize I'd be hit with a dilemma. Like 20 minutes in. Ally or betray?
6, 5, 4,
I mean, it's less risky to, like, this is impossible.
3, 2, 1.
It's literally, like, I could ally, I could betray. You know what, I'll just trust her. If I go out, I'll go out with my dignity. I mean, hey, it doesn't matter anyways. I could just go back and betray her.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Thank you.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Cool.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
I think this is the correct choice anyways, because I think there's a really long path that goes out from this. Luna and I stepped out of our AB rooms a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcement of the results.
You chose Ally, right?
Yes, I
You sure
did.
that was okay?
I think it was fine. Yeah. What else was I gonna do? I promised. It'll be fine. I'm sure Phi chose Ally too.
Really?
Come on, what's with you? Do you not trust Phi?
No, that's not what I mean. It's just...
Let's just go have a look, shall we? Why are we even talking about this? We'll know what happened in just a few seconds.
You're right. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's not anything bad.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
4 of them. Oh, ally and ally, ally and ally. Well, I guess I kind of saw that coming. Probably should have seen that coming.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check
why?
your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Why? Why though? She just wants to ditch me. That's what's going on. Hey! What the hell is this? Why'd you choose betray? I thought we promised.
We? I don't remember that.
Oh, she never promised.
You promised me. You said you'd choose ally, but I don't recall promising you anything.
Oh, that's smart, actually. Wait, what? This is a lock?
I was free to choose whatever I wanted.
Hold on.
You should have seen this coming. I told you I'd make you pay. And now I am.
Huh? I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about.
You reap what you sow.
What the fuck did I do?
This is your fault.
What did I
You
do?
chose betray first.
No, I didn't. First? Do you mean in round 1?
No. I mean the first round, too.
Okay, so I'm playing this out of order. Have you lost it? Take a real good look at the results up there. This is round 2. My vote was ally. Yours was betray. I didn't betray you. I've never betrayed you.
Yes, you have.
No, what?
Remember? Oh, don't lie to me, Sigma.
What?
Drop the act. There's no way you don't know by now.
Know about what?
What's happening to you? The strange things you've been seeing.
Do you mean the premonitions? I wanted to say it, but as the word formed itself in my mouth, I felt a tingle along the back of my neck. Someone was looking at me. I turned around to see Luna, Clover, and Kay.
What are the two of you talking about?
No clue.
It's nothing. Forget about it.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. You were the only person who chose to betray this round. Is there some connection to what you and Sigma were discussing?
Okay, how about I go back to here first? I feel like this is gonna make more sense if I do this. Oh, so I really should have played the risky game. Huh. So I get that. That's meant to entice you into picking betray, so then that way Fi gets super pissed off at you. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front.
So, you chose betray.
Yes, I kind of did. Yeah.
Did you do it to protect yourself? Were you worried that Fi might choose betray?
That's a good question.
Huh?
Honestly, not sure myself why I did it. Okay, actually, on second thought, let me just continue doing... Fuck, I'm confused now.
Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
Right, let's go then. I'm now confused. Wait, should I have just gone through that completely? Is this just a loop?
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
So does Fi ally with me in this round? Ally and ally, ally and ally. I said betray, and she said ally. What the fuck?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
I'm very much lost.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well, now I'm at 9.
Well played, Sigma. I guess a promise means a lot to you.
I had nothing to say. She was right. I'd broken a promise.
Why did you do it? Nothing to say? I
'Cause-
guess I misjudged you.
Well, you betrayed me!
I thought you were better than this. That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do. Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter.
What are you talking in Latin? What is that?
A Latin proverb.
What does it mean?
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Jupiter is a Roman god. Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others.
What the fuck?
Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. You're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
Well, you betrayed me! I'm sorry. I turned away from Phi. I couldn't stand to look at her anymore. In front of me were Kay and Clover. Their eyes bored into me with cold disapproval, and I looked away. They both chose an ally as promised. The only person who betrayed anyone was me. The only person who was 9 BP was me. Little wonder I wasn't very popular.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
You guys are probably not gonna let me. For a moment, I considered the unthinkable. Could I break through them and reach the door? Once I was through, I'd be out of the game and free from their judgment. But no, I couldn't do that. How could I possibly justify leaving them all behind so I could escape on my own? Why had I chosen Betray? In my memory, it seemed like an almost flippant choice, as if I'd just been curious to see what would happen. If betrayal was what I wanted, I should have made that choice with commitment. But there I was, and I couldn't turn back. Even if I didn't try to open the number 9 door, they would all be suspicious of anything I did. Trust is easy to break and hard to repair. Unless I could somehow turn back the clock, I was stuck with the consequences of my actions.
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
How could I do something that was beyond the reach of a god? Why hadn't I just chosen ally? What would be happening to me right now? What if... Then Phi spoke and I blinked.
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe.
What?
We can't let you run around with 9 BP.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay?
Huh? I started to turn around, but it was already too late. I felt a heavy hand slam into the back of my neck. And then everything went dark. Did Kay just neck me? Did Kay just fucking neck me? Oh wait, what the fuck? And now this unlocks? What is going on?
You chose ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
Yeah, of course. I did
You
too.
sound pretty sure of yourself.
Oh, it's not confidence. I already know.
What?
Let's just go have a look, shall we? We'll know pretty quick whether I knew anything or not.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, so that's different. Now he's like, oh, I know Phi chose ally. Whoa, this is weird. This is weird,
Results
man.
From round 2 of
She betrayed. What the hell, Phi? Why'd you choose betray? You chose ally before.
I see. So you remember it too. The other round 2.
What? That wasn't even close to the response I'd expected. It felt anticlimactic. Hey, hold on a minute here. You know? You remember how I chose Betray last time in round 2?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose Betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay?
Yeah, I do remember that. Then this is you making me pay?
Yes.
Wait. No. That didn't make any sense. Something wasn't right. How could we both know about an earlier round 2? How could there have been an earlier round 2? Was that some sort of alternate history? What the hell was I thinking? That was conspiracy theory shit. Even if there was some sort of alternate timeline or universe or whatever, there was no way I could know what had happened in it. There was no way I could have known what happened in it. No way I could know. At least I didn't think there was any way I could know. But if I could, then how? I remember Fi choosing Ally, then scowling at me when I broke my promise and swearing revenge.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this.
I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do.
Why did I know that? Perhaps more importantly, why did Fi remember it? What the hell did any of this mean? It had happened before, hadn't it? During round 1 of the AB game, when I was playing against Alice, I'd seen something. Fi and I had chosen Betray. But for some reason, I'd seen a reality where we'd chosen Ally instead. Suddenly I realized that I wasn't alone. I looked up to see Luna, Clover, and Kay. They all began to speak at once.
What happened?
Why did you choose Betray, Fi?
Yeah. You're the only one who didn't vote Ally.
Fi looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Finally, she sighed and spoke.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here.
What? What do you mean?
Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door.
Yo, Kay, take her ass out! Hey! Wait! I scrambled around in front of her and threw my arms out.
You're in my way. Move.
No! I'm not letting you go! What happened to you? I didn't think you were the kind of person who ditched the rest of us so you can get away.
When someone betrays your trust, feels like a part of you dies. For me, I guess it was the part that cared.
Wow.
I don't think you have even the slightest idea what that feels like.
I think I do. Betrays your... Wait, are you saying...
Whatever. Just get out of my way.
No, I'm not moving.
I see. Then you leave me no choice.
Fi pulls out the 9. As she spoke, Fi bent down. What? Then shot up into the air and over my head. I spun around to see her standing next to the number 9 door, her hand on the lever.
Nice
you...
try.
She grinned and tightened her grip on the lever.
Plaudite, acta est fabula.
Stop speaking in Latin! What the hell is that?
It's Latin. Applaud. The play has ended. That's what it means.
Latin?
See you later.
Wait! Stop! I felt myself speaking before I even know what the words were. Elapsum semel occasion non ipse protest Jupiter reprehende. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Are you sure this is how you want it to end? What about the nonary game? Zero, the bombs. We still don't know the truth about any of it. If you leave now, we never will. Is that really what you want?
Fine.
Oh shit. Fi slowly let go of the lever. Achievement unlocked. Why'd you do that, you dumbass? Whew. Look, I'm sorry about betraying you. I'm honestly not sure why I did it.
Forget about it. This time you chose ally and I chose betray. I think we're even.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Kane, Clover, and Luna are just like, what the fuck are you guys smoking?
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
No. We aren't talking about round 1. We're...
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
None of you guys are field sensitive. Yeah. You're right.
Huh?
Hmm?
I feel like Clover over here would understand what I'm talking about.
Hmm? I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Fi has decided to remain.
Yay.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah,
That's good.
I'll stick around a little longer.
Hooray!
Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on.
The AB game will continue until someone opens the number 9 door. If someone reaches 9 BP and doesn't open the door, the game will keep going.
Oh man, that's a relief.
Please don't scare us like that again.
This is just gonna keep going. Dude, what the fuck? This is a weird ending.
The Ambidex gates.
Whoa, wait! That was a really weird ending. I mean, you saw that, right? As soon as I saw that things were going bad, I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll just betray you. And then Fi was like, yo, fuck you, Sigma. And then I went back here and I'm like, why the fuck did you choose why'd you choose betray this time? And she's like, cause you fucked me over last time. And I'm like, but I didn't fuck you over this time. What the hell?
Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex
I don't know what
gates
just happened.
can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
My mind feels very fucked with right now. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
Yeah, she did.
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up.
Oh, right. Our colors are different.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Right. So, who are we with this time? Oh, yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a red solo. Oh, that's not good.
I'm a magenta pair.
A solo is the reality where I get blown up by a bomb.
Me too.
Oh, okay, cool. You guys are pairs.
That means we'll be a team this time.
Yay.
I think we'll do great.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then?
Fi's just chilling.
I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here.
Ah, they're in the other room.
I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
Huh? Wait a second. Luna and Clover are a magenta pair. Fi's a cyan pair and Kay's a yellow pair. Who the hell am I supposed to partner up with?
The cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
How did you figure that?
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green, and blue would be white.
Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes.
Nice prediction!
How do you know?
Because I have seen them.
Oh.
After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one.
Oh, you saw that.
In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Oh, smart. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you saw that, but like still, it's good that you actually saw that. Can we go see how all the sick people are doing?
I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about.
Yeah, what the heck did we do? I forgot. It's been a fat minute.
They had the same little lock thingies.
Lock thingies.
I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
So am I, because I've lived through that reality where I get knocked out by Kay and shoved through one. Unfortunately, you don't make it.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
No, but we should probably figure out what our teams are with them.
Yes.
We need to figure out who's going to be hauling an unconscious body through the door.
If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
I wonder what colors they are.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. I'm kind of worried about Alice and Quark.
We're gonna go back, they're just gonna be dead.
Me too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it?
Go on.
I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Fi. She nodded back. See, the truth is...
What?
Oh no.
You found another bomb?
Oh, right. Yeah,
Where?
in the garden.
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Well, it is fucking possible.
Could you have missed it?
No.
No! No way!
It happened when we all split up to look for Alice, conveniently.
We checked every part of that room.
We split up way too often in this game. There was a number on this one, too. It said 01. Since the one we found in the crew quarters said 03 on it, well...
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
Maybe.
I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance of that.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb.
Oh, fuck me!
It could be anywhere.
We're gonna split up, somebody's gonna plant the next bomb, then we're all gonna come back together, we're gonna find the bomb, and somebody's gonna say, oh my god, somebody planted the bomb when we split up to look for the bomb. I know how this game works already. We split up way too damn
If we
often.
do find it, what are we supposed to do?
Can we pair up?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
Okay, how about we split up? Fuck.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please.
Can we
How about
please
we
just...
set a time to meet back here,
Can
just
we,
in case?
can we pair up?
The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is...
2 hours. Quite a bit, actually.
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
Well, actually, 1/2 of an hour and 57 minutes would be more like, let's see, it'd be like 111.7 minutes, so it'd be like, if we meet back at like an hour and like 3 minutes, we should be good.
That sounds good to me.
Or like 58.5 minutes. Why am I going off on this?
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Good. Let's go. I know how this game is gonna work, bro. We're gonna all split up to find the bomb, and that gives the person the opportunity to plant a fucking bomb. Yo, we should pair up. Because in that way, if we pair up, we can vouch for each other. Like, if I pair up with, like, Fi or something, and then we find the bomb, I could be like, oh, well, Fi isn't the one who planted the bomb because she was in, my view the entire time. Also, just got really quiet. It's like the dead body finding kind of quiet. Never mind. Hey, what's up in here? Memento Mori. Remember this. So these are the white doors the Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, there's the lock thing. No question, these are chromatic doors, I guess.
So it seems.
What the how did you get here? When did you?
I've been here the whole time.
Seriously? I didn't even notice you at all.
Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
So what do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here.
That's pretty much the same thing. But how do you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman?
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Yeah, actually. You also jumped super high, all the way up to the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
I think I'm a little more curious about how you are able to jump up to, like, a bunk bed. But whatever. Graffiti. Oh yeah, that. Memento Mori of the ninth line 80 sun. Did a kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, the ninth is spelled wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
Then again, maybe it means something.
Do you know what it means?
Probably means that we have to remember death.
The Latin part.
Hey now, give me a little credit. Even I know what Memento Mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like be aware of death or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. I guess it's a sort of cautionary thing.
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Huh. Well, let's see. Memento Mori if the ninth line ate the sun. Memento Mori if the ninth line ate the sun. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. Or perhaps Phi. But Latin.
Huh?
Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure more of it out.
Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how'd you know that phrase? Elapsum semel occasionum non ipse potest dipiter reprehendere.
Oh, that. That's from, this.
What's this? She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment, then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Oh! Elapsum semel occasionum non ipse potest dupiter reprehendere. So I guess the I is pronounced like a J in Latin.
Yeah.
What's this?
A memento of my late mother.
Oh, shit.
Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does that mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. What about your father?
Don't have one.
What?
I guess you could say I was a bastard.
Were you a bone marrow baby?
I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't
Okay.
even know if he's alive.
Wow. Oh. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language.
Huh.
Elapsum semel occasionum.
Okay, I get it.
Non ipsi protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't.
Oh shit.
We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here.
You came to kill me.
Thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
Yeah. I agree.
There's something else we need to do too, though.
Do we need to, like, somehow travel back in time together? Find the number 2 bomb.
Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So...
You're saying we should go somewhere else?
yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started towards one of the exits. I followed. Yeah, smart. Smart, stick with her. Because we'll know if she planted a bomb or not. I feel like that's what we kind of need to do, honestly. Anyways, welcome to the archives. The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now, where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
So what about that Jupiter stuff?
We can talk while we look.
Okay.
Now get started.
I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Fi spoke.
I'll start with the conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Worlds?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
No, kind of. I mean, I think I've heard of it once or twice. From this dude named the Watcher, he's kind of cool.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it.
Will do.
Let's say... I don't care what it is, but could you move?
What?
Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she asked. I'm a moonwalk. Actually, I'm gonna blow a kiss. Mwah. 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 Go, feelings. Touch your hearts. Whoa, 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 whoa. She dodged them. That's cold.
You did something gross just now, didn't you? But you could have chosen to tap dance or moonwalk.
Tap dance? Moonwalk?
The details don't matter.
I kind of wanted to do those.
Just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now.
Oh, wow. That's kind of fucking weird. Because it's not even like a game thing. That's kind of saying that, like, in this world, when I just pushed that button, I could have decided to push the tap dance button. But no, we're in the reality where I decided to blow kisses to Phi.
Every moment you make a decision,
Holy
another
moly!
universe branches off.
What
on
the
and on
fuck?
into infinity.
What are these endings then?
Each of those branches is an alternate world.
So you mean at any second, there is a branch where I just decide to, like, eat a pretzel or something?
A world where a version of you did something different.
Let's ponder the question. What if?
Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices?
Yes, all the fucking time.
What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell.
I mean, there's no way to actually prove if that's real or not.
I've simplified it a lot.
No kidding.
Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee,
Actions of
the
anything?
movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature.
Oh
All
my
these can change history.
god! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second here. I let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons
Stop.
still you making a decision?
Stop!
At that level, how different are you from the air?
Shut the fuck up. Okay, looks like we're going into the world where I'm getting some water because I'm not thinking about this shit right now. What the hell?
I'd say not much.
Stop! Yo, give me a second. I can't deal with this right now. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a really bad transition. But I just really have not had a single drink all day. But also, did Fi just compare my consciousness to oxygen and have it make a little bit of sense? I hate what this game does to you sometimes.
Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying?
God, so you mean to tell me that I just so happened, me and everyone else who is watching this just so happened to live in the reality where the fucking coronavirus happened? And there was just multiple worlds out there where there just wasn't this dumbass virus that formed? Man. I mean, look, I guess here's a positive way to think about things. There's definitely a universe out there where I don't have a leg. Or things are just going really bad for me. Or maybe my whole family died in a house fire. I mean, in that sense, if there's different decisions and stuff, then there's different outcomes as well. So actually, when you think about it, if things were always going really bad for you, then there is a universe where things could be going a lot better, but at the same time, there's some kind of alternate universe where things are going 1,200 times worse. That is strangely optimistic.
The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out.
Huh. Thank you for explaining the multiverse theory.
Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
No, no, not yet.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
Oh, fuck me!
Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you.
Okay, thanks. Try to easily explain quantum physics for me.
Let's see. Hey,
Yeah,
hand me
what?
that box, will you?
Sure. Ah, this one? Sure. I handed the box I'd been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also, Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
Oh, you're gonna get the cat! With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She almost took a weight in an ink jar. Oh, she also took a weight in an ink jar and put them next to the lion.
All right. Everything's ready.
Ready?
Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed
From
lion.
now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat. Meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry. I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh, fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
All right, what else do you see?
Wait, that's not even a pond and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink?
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar.
I love the arrows.
If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead?
Well, we don't know that.
You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
Cat dies. It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, and death will whisk her away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't personally know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
I'm gonna say it's alive. The cat is, pause for dramatic effect, alive!
Nope. You're wrong.
It's dead?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
It's a zombie cat! How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth.
It's literally the most scientific way to say, I don't know. Let's be real here.
That's what's happening with the alpha particles.
It's the most scientific way to say, I don't have a fucking clue.
Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities.
What the fuck,
Do
man?
you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities,
That's both alive and dead.
right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth.
That is literally the most scientific way to just say, we figured out something.
Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
There was a world in which the cat died. So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's confusing, man.
Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
Oh! What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
I chose Ally, and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain.
So it's quantum physics.
If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was betray.
What the fuck?
But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future altered your action in the past.
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I chose an ally, Alice had chosen betray. And when I chosen betray, she'd done the opposite.
Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question.
What did the dice land on?
What number is the die on?
Oh, I just have to answer it? I'm just gonna mash buttons. I'm not even looking. It's not 5, is it?
Okay. I'm going to open the lid.
Good
job. You got it right.
That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
5, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it?
It could be on anything.
I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the dice was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number?
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy. But that actually makes sense.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
So wait, does this mean that like right before a really big test comes in, if I just say, I got 97%, and then I open it, I get a 97? Just use quantum physics to just bullshit your way through school, kids. Be so smart for the schools to grade you properly.
We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point.
Because you don't know what it is. From your perspective, it could be anything.
Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
What the fuck? Whoa. I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah. That's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this, then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
Just what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here.
Huh?
There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside the box right meow.
What if you've got it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
What the fuck? Then the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah. We might be determining the history of the world outside.
What the fuck? No way. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them...
Oh, good.
Well, why?
There you are.
What's up?
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it.
Oh, good job. Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find?
So you mean to tell me that we're figuring out the history of the world right now? So is Zero trying to make us fucking will the coronavirus into existence? What in fuck's sense does that make? Because if we are trying to will everything into existence and determine the history of the world based on our actions in here, then Radical 6 makes a lot more sense. In believing that there's a Radical 6, then there actually is a Radical 6 outside. But if not, then there is no Radical 6. So you mean to tell me that if we all just locked ourselves in our rooms for about a month with no way to contact the outside world and just thought about it really, really, really hard, we could just will away all of our problems? What the fuck, man?
The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
The what? That's where I was. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there.
Or a number 5.
I have no way to know.
That's bad. Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really, but, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna.
I'm suspicious of Kay, honestly.
After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there.
Oh, neat.
So were Alice and Quark, of course.
Yeah, they were gone.
They were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Fi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary.
Oh, cool.
Did you want to know what they were?
Sure thing. It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair, and Tenmyoji's was a cyan pair. So what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
Fi laid out what that would mean. Option A. Find Tenmyoji cyan would pair up with me, red. Kay and Dio yellow would pair up with Quark, blue. Clover and Luna, magenta, would pair up with Alice, green.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white.
So I'm with Fi and Tenmyoji this round. What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
You saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Cork? Well, Cork's on Kay's team.
He's on Kay's team.
Yeah, that's easy.
There shouldn't be any issues there.
This is a long ending. Oh my lordy. This is definitely a long ending. What the hell, man? Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remotes.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
What the fuck do you think we should do? Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh. You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Yep, right over there.
The reactor.
Oh shit.
Yeah. There are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
Oh shit! 3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligrams.
If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Oh my god! No. That's insane. That would decimate the fucking world.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, they,
Training for what?
my job?
Oh, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of these reactors might need to be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactions at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Nah, you work at the SOIS with a bunch of other kids who are morphogenetic idiots. They're the ones that were kidnapped in that game about, like, 10 years ago. And you solve, like, international terrorism or something. Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How
What?
much time do we have left?
What are you talking
How
about?
long until the doors open?
Why? It's only been like an
Come
hour.
on, quickly!
It's only been like, yeah, it's been an hour. Oh, damn. We were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay?
Why don't we go with you?
Bye.
Okay, bye. Hey! You haven't... Damn it. Are we gonna get an ending this time? And she's gone. Fine. She's right, you know. We need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
Huh? What?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hello.
You're late. What were you doing?
We were talking about antimatter reactors.
Nothing.
When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Cork and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly, any traces of the madness we seen earlier long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own eyes.
So what the hell should we do?
Not die?
That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something.
Yes, I say we accept diff. Because, I mean, Fi and I will be cool. We'll just figure out how to solve this in another timeline.
They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Diff.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So,
Yeah, but
if we
like-
have the password, we can deactivate them?
I guess.
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem.
So we're still boned.
We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Oh, right. Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right.
Oh,
It fit perfectly.
that's what she said. Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged it in a couple random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Does anyone have a, like, can we try passwords like Myrmidon or something? I don't know. Why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
Hey, why'd I say that?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Yes.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right?
No, he wants us to deactivate these bombs. Honestly, the nonary game is a fucking side quest at this point. Let's be real here.
So why would he set bombs?
No clue.
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
He just wants to give us complete and, like, total fucking overkill. Yeah, you're right. I feel like something's about to happen.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us.
Oh, shit.
Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
Oh.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
So now I'm gonna have to figure out who the person is in another timeline. Right?
Exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs?
Why the fuck would they fess up to that? So watch it just be Alice.
Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yeah.
Yes. But no buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent.
Alright, everyone get on the floor and take off your clothes, right?
Understand?
We're doing a strip search. I mean, I don't really know how we're gonna do that for Kay, but like, whatever.
No reason to wait. Let's get started.
No questions asked, we're doing a strip search.
Anyone want to volunteer to go first?
Yeah, me.
No? Alright. Let's see.
Who's she gonna pick first? Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person... What the fuck? That person. You did it! The room was suddenly silent. To be continued! Oh, man! What a cliffhanger, man! Yeah, that's it. Another lock. Who planted the bombs? Somewhere in this whole thing, if I had to guess, probably this ending, I figure out who planted the bombs and I use that information to completely fucking implicate them in this ending. Damn, that's kind of nuts, actually. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Well, now what do I do? I clearly have a lot of things that I could be doing right now, and I still got 20 more minutes. I have no more novels or no more locks opened up, so I kind of have to go diving back into other timelines. Just kind of shift my consciousness over. Let's see. You know what? Let's start off with this one, and then I could just try to get to the doors. Maybe that'd be a nice way to end off, because then if I go through the door, I can start off like right here. I could do an escape room, and then I could go to like this ending, which this ending doesn't look too bad. And then I'll do this ending. Oh wait. Then I'll do the yellow door ending. Then I'll do the last blue door ending, and then from there I'll just be able to blast through all of the locks and finally see the end of this game, because I've been streaming this for months. This is kind of crazy, actually. Anyways, let's go back to the AB game round 1. The first AB game I've ever taken.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
What? You're kidding. You really want me to betray Luna? Oh, right.
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose...
Right, I forgot. Forgot that I'm doing this. Honey, I'm so sorry. Okay, set myself off on an entirely different path this time as Fi and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Temioji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. The old lady got murdered in this timeline. Were you telling the truth? If our BP hits 0, do we really...
Well, you chose betray because of what I said, right? Don't worry. You made the right choice.
Oh my god. You better not have lied to me, so I choose betray.
Well, 0 will tell you if I lied or not.
0?
Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Oh, Luna's gonna hate me.
You'll see in a minute. Let's go, Sigma.
Or no, wait. if my actions impacted the past, then maybe Luna's gonna pull a fast one and betray me. Hey, Fi, hold on. What do you mean Zero's gonna tell me? Damn it. Yeah, this is gonna go fine. Just watch.
Good. Looks like you're all. Let's get ready.
All right. She's about to announce the results.
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
I forget you're in this game half the time. I only see you in like flashbacks at this point. But I just realized this is gonna be the last time I run into you. I mean, you're a cool character, but I won't say I miss you. Well, we still got everyone. Oh yeah, Quark is still conscious. I forgot. Okay, and Clover, they betrayed and oh wow. She probably betrayed, didn't she? Oh my god, no! I'm so sorry! Why didn't you change your vote?
Here are the results from your game.
Fuck, she's so innocent.
Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Oh god, Luna, I'm so sorry. I had to do it.
Sigma?
I'm so sorry.
Why did you and Fi do that?
She told me to.
All we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together.
Yo, this was not my idea.
After this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds and we would have all had 9 points. But now why?
I hung my head. There was no way I could look her in the eye and try to explain what I'd done.
It was me. I told him to betray you.
What?
Thank you, Fi.
There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game.
I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage.
What the fuck?
How is leverage supposed to help you?
Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else, and
You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
Their eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see in Luna's was sadness and disappointment. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My heart, my soul. It hurts. Fi opened her mouth and shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna when...
Hey, what were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't think you'd choose ally.
What? You really think I'd betray you?
Well, no. That's what I thought at first.
But Kay told you to choose betray, didn't he?
Yes, I did.
Not even like, yeah, I did, sorry. He's like, yeah, I did. He's just completely own up to it. No remorse.
I was sure you would vote similarly.
Are you listening? I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
Is that so? You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
What?
Clover would never choose that, of course.
But, you know, you have a giant 6-foot-tall mech with you.
But what if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this.
She could have thrown her ass against the wall.
A man who hides his face. If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Why are you so...
Well, but it wasn't just you. Clover was there too.
Why are you so, like...
Yes, she was.
What the fuck?
But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force...
Oh my god.
Do you think she would have had any chance? I was certain you'd choose betray for that very reason.
So that was why you did it?
Yes.
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, so that's the conversation they were having earlier.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it.
How about we go back in the past and warn Alice?
I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Yeah, maybe you get murdered beforehand. That was when I finally noticed Dio, Quark, and Temioji.
Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji.
Oh my god.
That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust that kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much.
Right.
You hearing me,
So
old
now
man?
I'm seeing the end of this conversation.
Keep an eye on him.
God, poor 10, man. It looked like things hadn't gone as planned for the other teams either. Nonetheless, we all seem to have reached some sort of truce.
Zero, when does the next round start?
Ba-ba-da-ba. Wow. That's what the fuck? That's a lot of dialogue that I've seen already. Oh my god! Loung. Oh my god. Where to next? The infirmary. Oh, I haven't seen this before. Oh, is it because Luna's in the infirmary and she's gonna be like, Sigma, why you do this? I don't want to betray Luna, man! The game's forcing me to. It's the only way I can actually get everybody out. How's it going? You guys find anything?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
Hi, character that's actually here.
Nothing yet.
Oh.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I did go over this room quite thoroughly. I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Yep, dead woman. Cork is actually alive. We find
I think
them.
that's enough about me. Should we move to the next room now?
No. There still might be something here. I'm staying.
Me too.
I see. Well then, I will move ahead and see how our companions are doing. What do you intend to do?
I think I'll be moving along too.
Where do you plan to go?
Probably the crew quarters. I was thinking I might go over to the crew quarters.
Very well. I shall head for the lounge then. Until we meet again. Excuse me.
Kay's robe flowed silently around him as he turned to leave. I made my way out of the infirmary behind him. Huh. So these are the crew quarters, huh? Hi, Temioji. Hi, Luna.
Hey,
Oh, hi.
sorry to butt in, but it's time to go.
What? Time to... Oh. Oh, shit. It's past time. We gotta go.
Huh, you think?
Oh, I guess we'll just have to continue this later. We need to get back to the doors.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Shit. I guess you're right. Let's go. Huh. So, okay, there was literally nothing new in this entire 20 to 30 minutes of dialogue. Well, everyone's down here now. Yup, locks open, yada yada yada. We got 5 minutes.
Chromatic doors have opened.
I think we've all been in this situation before. Well, this is, oh wow, capping out at just over 29 hours in this game. God damn it, this is such a long game. What the fuck? Whatever. I'm gonna leave it off here because I feel like this is a good place to stop because I'll go through the door and then I guess I'll just find out whatever this is. Then I'll do yellow door, then I'll do blue door. And once we get all this down here, all we're gonna have is just this bottom section. And at that point, it's just gonna be ending galore. It's gonna be so fucking sick, man. It's gonna be so cool. But anyways, so we went through this confusing ass thing where apparently these like work with each other, and then we like, what the hell? These like practically coincide with each other. But yeah, okay, wow, this was such a long dialogue. Oh my god. And then Infirmary Who Planted the Bomb. That's gonna make a killer thumbnail for when I actually do that path. And then well, yeah, then I betrayed Luna. I'm so sorry, I don't want to, but the game is making me. But man, I am excited to see where this goes. I mean, I feel like I've said that every single time, but I feel like once I get done with all this stuff, I'm gonna really start closing in on the last ending of this game, and I'm hoping that I get to do that, honestly. Because, well, then I'm gonna finish the game, and I mean, not gonna lie, after you've been streaming a game for about 3 months, it's, certainly... It's certainly, like, an exciting thing to see that you're actually gonna be, like, getting somewhere. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get shoved through the red door in this, but anyways, I'm gonna figure out what's going on. I imagine I'm gonna unlock something, and then it's gonna be for, like, this or that, or maybe there's gonna be another lock, probably around, like, right here, and then I'm gonna have to go through here, I'm gonna have to go through there. What I honestly might do is I think I might just blitz through all of, like, or no. I think I'm gonna continue with the strategy of just going through the pathways, excuse me, and then just going through the locks that I went through. Although I think I might save the Who Planted the Bombs one for something like later. Like I think if I find this one, the 5 minutes of life lock, I'm gonna do that one. But I think this one, the long string of numbers, this one's gonna tell me about like the lock and stuff, and then, or that one's gonna tell me about like who planted the bombs, and then this is gonna be when I actually figure out who planted the bombs. Man, this game is getting so interesting and so cool. I am loving this. It is so confusing, and I am all here for it. So, I'm honestly gonna give my brain a break now from all of this multiverse theory, multiple worlds, and whatever the hell it is theory. And until next time, that's gonna be it for Zero Escape. Later.